In this Frederick Knowledge video, we're going to go over Frederick's feedback and reviews feature. This will include what the customer sees, as well as the publishing options that you have as a client, and the settings that you have control of and what they mean. So let's get started. In this section, let's talk a little bit about what the customer receives and how Frederick handles the feedback in different ways. So first of all, one of the reasons that Frederick is so powerful and so good at getting people to respond is it makes it super easy. It only asks one question, the most important question, based on recent experience: how likely would you be to recommend this to a friend? And we do a lot of this over text, and it happens, and response rates are much faster over text. So instead of asking them 10 different survey questions and making them do a lot of work, we just make it super easy. Now, if they score you a 9 or a 10, these are considered promoters of your business. And Frederick will automatically, right away, almost like a conversation, ask for a testimonial for the website. And if they write some words here and submit that review, then it automatically asks them to copy and paste it to one of the review sites that you have plugged into Frederick. And that's in another video on how to plug in those social media or review sites that you want to drive people to. So whichever ones you want, most common being Yelp, Google, or Facebook. So once again, 9 or 10, promoters, ask for the review, drive them to the external sites to help you grow your business. If they rate you below a 9, 8, and 7 are considered passives. 6 and below are considered detractors. At that point, we don't ask for a testimonial for the website. We don't show them the external links. We ask for feedback on how we can get better. So we keep that internal so that only you see that feedback, and we don't drive them externally. Hopefully, if they're unhappy, you can identify those unhappy customers and handle them in the appropriate way, and not get the bad reviews going outside. So I hope that makes sense. We're going to talk more about settings and where those reviews go in the next segment. So here we go. In this section, we're going to talk about feedback and reviews settings and publishing options. Now, as always, log into your dashboard, go to the left-hand side under Smart Marketing. Down near the bottom is feedback and reviews. And once you turn this feature on and Frederick has started to request feedback and reviews from your customers, you have several options here. Let's talk about the first one here. The first one is to auto-publish reviews. Now, what that means is if you have this on, Frederick will automatically publish any review or rating that is a 9 or a 10, which translates into 4.5 or 5 stars, to your review widget. Okay. Whether they wrote any words or not. If they just gave you a 10, or if they gave you a 10 and wrote something about you, Frederick's going to automatically publish those to the review widget. Now, the review widget is down here at the bottom of this page. And what that is simply a code that you would put on your website, whether it's the front page or all pages, however you want that to be displayed for your customers and new potential clients to see. That code goes on your website. And you build that code simply by naming what do you want the title of your reviews to be. And it could be the name of your business reviews, or it could be see what our customers are saying about us, whatever you want that title to be. You choose a title color and star color that matches your branding, your logos, the look and feel of your website. Whatever layout or orientation you want the reviews to lay in, and whether you want it to have a background or not, and then just click get your code, and then put that code on the website if you control the website, or supply it to your website provider, whoever controls the content on your website, and they will place the code on the website. So once you start publishing reviews, whether you do them or you let Frederick do them automatically, they will then show up on that widget on your website. Now, if you don't want Frederick to automatically publish all reviews, if you want to choose which reviews you want to publish, you simply leave this off, and you'll see that once you start getting reviews and you go into the review results, you choose which ones to publish. Now, a lot of people just let Frederick automatically publish anything that's above a 9 or 4.5 stars, or lots of people like to come in and choose the ones that are really highlight what they're proud about their business, right? What people are really saying, and if they say words. So you choose to publish which ones manually if you don't have the auto publish on. Now, as far as other settings are concerned, you can see that you can tell Frederick how often to ask somebody for review feedback and reviews. In this first setting here, as you can see that it says days since last customer responded. So if we ask a customer for feedback and reviews and they respond whether it's just feedback or it's a positive review or whatever it is. You can tell Frederick to skip it for 60 days or whatever interval you want Frederick to skip. Now, depending on your business type and the interval that your customers come into your business, this may change. In the spa and salon world, maybe it's 60 days and that'll skip a couple of visits. In the automotive world, where they only see their customers 2 or 3 times a year, maybe you set that to a year so that they don't get a request once they've responded. Now, you can also tell Frederick to skip it if we ask them and they didn't give it to us. So we can ask them every time they come in until they give us feedback and review and then skip it. Or you can set this to skip a couple of visits, whatever your philosophy is. The idea being that we don't overdo it with your customers. We don't bug them too much and where they start ignoring it because they know it's coming every time and they just ignore it. So you can make those settings really make it powerful and impactful. So I hope that makes sense as far as feedback and reviews and settings are concerned and what control you have. So set it up, turn it on, and get to work.